Hello.
Hey everybody.
I'm Rodney.
And I'm G.
In case you didn't know. I thought you might think I was G. It's been so long since you've seen us.
Oh, so much has happened.
Well, we've been busy.
And sick.
And I had pneumonia.
Yes.
Long story. We won't go there, but I'm all better now.
Anyway, so today we wanted to talk to you about our short trip to Helen, Georgia that we did a few weeks ago. Still in July, but it was it was right after July 4th of this year.
Yeah, it was a fun trip.
Okay, let's talk about the hotel that we stayed in.
We stayed in a Best Western. You know, it was right downtown, and it was within walking distance of everything. It was an older hotel, but it's very nice, kept up very well. The staff is terrific.
It was right across the street from that coaster, the riding coaster that you can ride literally across the street from it.
And you just walk a couple of blocks into town and you're right there. Really, it was convenient to so many things. Restaurants, it was close to the tubing facility. Now, we saw a lot of the other little hotels there in town, and they all look really nice. You know, we went by price and availability, and I'm very happy with our choice.
Also, that hotel had an indoor
pool
that was kept with good temperature, and then the breakfast was considered continental. The coffee was really good, and they had donuts and bagels and stuff like that. But in the refrigerator, if you just looked at the cold stuff, then you would miss out. But if you go to the refrigerator, they had hard-boiled eggs, and they had breakfast sandwiches. They had different kinds of breakfast sandwiches, and they had microwaves there for you to use that. So that was convenient.
Yeah. You know, the only thing, if you had an Airbnb, a lot of people go up there and rent cabins and things like that. If you do that, you're going to have to drive into town, and parking could be a bit of an issue, especially on the weekend.
Yes.
But from all those little places around town, you could just walk into town from any of them.
And we got there on Tuesday afternoon, so we were there during the week.
Tuesday afternoon. Moody Blues reference.
We got there. It was like, who the heck is Moody Blues?
Everybody knows the Moody Blues.
I didn't know who they were until I met him.
Person knows Moody Blues.
We got there at Tuesday afternoon, so during the week, we noticed that it was very empty. It was very surprising because Helen, Georgia is always packed, but I know it's always packed more during Christmas than the summer, but it was very, very empty. So it was a plus in the sense that there were no crowds anywhere. But because of that,
a couple of shops are closed. You know, on Mondays and Tuesdays during the week, it seems like early in the week, some of the shops that you hear a lot about are closed. They don't open until Wednesday or even Thursday. Now, I'll tell you, by Thursday, Friday, that town is starting to get busy, especially on Friday, we noticed when we left. So if you can go during the week, it's great, but there are some of the places you hear about, more popular places that shut down early in the week.
And it's also cheaper during the week. The hotels, once Thursday arrives, Thursday, Friday, the hotels usually double in prices.
And I didn't see like super long, like for the railroad across the way. I mean, in the afternoon there might be a line there, but I never saw anybody have trouble getting to ride the railroad or do any of the things, the attractions and things around there they wanted to do.
So we were there from Tuesday afternoon and we left Friday, and that was plenty of time.
Yeah.
In 2 days, you can see the whole thing. 3 days, if you want to do the activities and go to the falls and go tubing and go on the coaster. But 2 days, you can see the whole entire area.
Yeah, you know why? Because I was surprised at how compact the downtown area is. When you see these videos and you see these people walking everywhere, it looks a lot bigger than it actually is. It's not as big. And we even, we would go and it's like, well, let's hang out in town and we'll wait till nighttime for the lights to all come on and get some pictures at night with the lights, and we'd find ourselves sitting around wondering, okay, what are we going to do next? I mean, if you wanted to go have a beer or something, there's plenty of beer in town, but otherwise you just sit kind of waiting around. But it's a beautiful little town, but much smaller than I expected it to be in that downtown area.
So one of the places that surprised her was Betty's Farm Store.
Yeah, it's like a Betty's Country Store.
Store.
It's basically a small, you can call it a grocery store.
Convenience store.
It's bigger than that. It's a full grocery store. It's got groceries and everything there for your supplies. And honestly, I didn't see the prices be
they were really
bad. I thought the prices were fine. But they have a whole lot of other stuff.
They have a deli. One day we had lunch there. The sandwiches were fresh and really delicious. I mean, they have a whole wine section, souvenir section, and then they have a bakery.
Yeah, we sat out on the porch and enjoyed our lunch. They have a nice beer selection for folks who want to find some local beer and stuff. But that bakery, the selection they had back there,
massive desserts and so cheap.
And what we got was just delicious. The things that we tried. What did we try? We got a brookie. We got
brookie Snickers, which I'm showing you right now.
And then we wound up getting some stuff to take with us to back to family in North Carolina. We took the cinnamon rolls, and I forget what.
The cinnamon rolls were really good.
Oh, those were so
whoopie
good.
pies.
Something
and
else
all that.
we took, a cake or something. We took a cake to my mom and dad, a coffee cake.
A coffee cake. But
it was excellent.
That brookie cake, I had done a video in my regular page. It must have weighed like
it was
3
heavy.
pounds.
It was
that
heavy.
thing was massive and so good. And it was only six something. So we were really surprised because in all the videos we learned about Helen, what is it? Hoffer's?
Everybody says go to Hoffer's Bakery.
Hoffer's Bakery is almost across the street from Betty's. But it was closed Tuesday and Wednesday, so we went there Thursday. It was under a downpour.
Monsoon.
Downpour, but we got in there and we decided to go to the bakery. And it's very, very small. The restaurant, it's a little bit bigger, but the bakery itself is small. And we got 4 items. We got a apple fritter, like a cheesecake, Reese's peanut butter cheesecake, a cheese Danish, and a cookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
We figured we'd get a variety of things to try them, see how they are. Now,
I don't know.
It's an extremely busy place.
Extremely.
They're doing something right, obviously. People are in there having breakfast and they're having lunch.
We have no idea why they said Hoffer's Bakery because...
it was okay.
No, the apple fritter here at the 7-Eleven does a better apple fritter than the one that we ate. And that's not here local. Kim's Donuts and Donuts for You, forget it.
Yeah,
hands down, 100
awesome.
times better. The Reese's peanut butter cheesecake was okay, but the cheese Danish and the cookie,
very plain.
I can do better cookies from the frozen department.
And we got enough of a variety of
good.
things to get a little bit of a sampling. I don't think it was just the variety we got. Now, obviously, they have a great reputation. They've been there for a long time, and we used to live up in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and we were used to a little McFarland's Bakery there.
Bakery.
We kind of had that in mind. We had our own bakery experiences around here in mind. I mean, obviously, if you're there and it's mostly tourism coming through,
you got to go.
I mean, you don't have to be the greatest act in town if it's tourism that you're drawing your dollar from. That's not a kick on them. But it just was a disappointment for us.
Just go across the street to Betty's country store and you have better desserts.
It was much better.
and
they
cheaper.
were back there cooking everything fresh back in the deli, in the bakery area themselves.
All right, there's a lot of things there to do. Oh, look at my eyesight went worse, so I got brand new glasses for readers, and look at my little chains. I know my cousin and my friends say I look like una vieja.
What's that mean?
An old lady with my little chains, but I just love them. And I got them in all colors. Okay, so back to this. Things you can do there besides walking the shops. There's the coaster that we mentioned.
What is that? The Smoky Mountain Coaster, I think it's called? Or some type of coaster?
Not the something. But it's like $14. There is Ann Ruby Falls, which we hiked it. We'll do a video about that another time. But
really
Ann Ruby
pretty,
Falls,
nice area.
just be prepared. It's incline.
But it's
a lot of incline, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Babyland, which we already did a video about the Cabbage Patch Babyland. That was amazing. And then they also had, what did I put here? Oh, the mill. Talked about the mill.
Yeah, we went to this old mill that's outside of town. We had seen a video on this ahead of time, and it's great. I mean, they had cornmeal, all sorts of other things that they're grinding, making right there in that mill. Lots of kitchen items and stuff like that. Right next to it was a small, it's really a small house that's set up as not a brewery,
coffee shop.
Because the coffee shop down up the road, they had the big one, but it was a small coffee shop they had set up there. Really, really good. I mean, the coffee was very impressive.
Yeah, we had their house special.
We did. It was
really good.
Across the street from the mill and the little coffee place, you have a winery we didn't visit, but it's very popular, and an antique shop. The antique shop, I may have gone in. It was going through some renovations that made it kind of tough to get in there, but, you know, the thing with antiques for me, unless you're in the market for something specific, there's a fine line between antique and just junk. And so I really wasn't antique shopping for anything specific, so we didn't go. But that was a fun place to go.
And the best thing that we did, which it was a first time for him, and he loved it, was we went tubing.
Yeah, tubing was fun.
River tubing. We went to we did Cool Rivers Adventure. We're going to do a video about that.
I would do it all over. I would go, though. They have an hour and a 2 hour. We'll talk about it later. I would have done the 2 hour instead of an hour. Yeah. I really like this, though, because I've seen tubing, like when I lived in North Carolina. We saw it coming down the river there through Asheville. It didn't look very sightly to me. I mean, that's kind of a dangerous river. I never felt in danger. This was just a lot of fun, family fun. Yes. That was a great experience.
And we got there as soon as it opened.
Go early.
So it was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
When we got back and got out, we were by ourselves.
You'll see in the video
all the way down
about
the water, all by ourselves. When we got back, that place was packed.
Jam-packed.
And when we went by every other time of the day, when we were just walking in and out of town, to look down into the river, I mean, there's people bumping all into each other trying to get down that river.
So if you want to have it all to yourself,
go early.
Go early.
Yeah.
Go early. And then let's talk about the places we went to eat. The first night, my brother recommended Big Daddy's.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. We both had salmon.
Yeah, it was really good.
Salmon was very tasty. We went to Muller's, which they are famous for their fried cheese.
We didn't have any fried cheese.
We didn't have any fried cheese, but I had a chicken that was completely covered in cheese. There was a chicken in there, but it was completely covered in cheese. And
I had their version of chicken parmesan. It was actually spitzel, is that what they call it? The German
like
noodles.
That. Yeah.
And then they had the chicken over on top of it with a marinara sauce, tons of cheese.
Yeah.
It was excellent. It was kind of a German variation of chicken parmesan.
We also went to their Mexican place one time for lunch.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was okay.
It's just lunchtime.
And it was just lunchtime. It wasn't anything, the other thing. And then the last night we ate at the Troll Tavern.
Troll's Tavern, right by the river.
Right by the river. You got to go down to get to it.
We had seen a guy eat there on one of the videos we saw, and so I got a Reuben sandwich with the mashed potatoes.
I forgot what I got. I think it was something with
shrimp.
shrimp.
You got the salmon again.
Was it salmon or shrimp?
Yeah, because you got salmon because you said
he recommended it.
It was even better than the other salmon.
Yeah, he recommended
had.
Salmon, so
it was
I
excellent.
had that.
The food was terrific. Service is great, and we talked to the server a little bit. He said it was easy to work there because the food's always good coming out of the kitchen. Tons of restaurants in town.
Tons.
Most of them have good ratings. I mean, there's a ton of food in that town. Ton of beer if you're a beer drinker. Just tons of places to stop and have beer. And hang out. It'd probably be a good place to go for a group if you were hanging out in town. It'd be a lot of fun.
If you like to go visit waterfalls, there's some within an hour radius from Helen, but make sure you have a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. We rented a Camry. We had no trouble getting up to Ruby Falls. And honestly, Ruby Falls is right by that state park, and there's a lot of places to walk around and things to do there.
Yeah.
And
but there was one of the falls we couldn't get to.
Yeah, there's some others in the area, but some of those you really need to have a good all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive vehicle or SUV to get up into those areas.
All right, so the last question, would we go back?
Would you go back?
I would go back, but maybe to go to the other waterfalls that I didn't get to, not necessarily to go back to Helen, Georgia.
I would go back to Tube.
Oh, definitely Tubing.
To get in. Go back into town, enjoy the restaurants. I would go also if it's a group, or let's say if you're with a group staying someplace in Clayton or any of those towns within an hour or so, and you say, hey, let's go to Helen for the evening.
Fine, let's go.
Yeah, I'd do that. But it's not the kind of place where I could picture myself going back to stay for a 3 or 4 day vacation. I've been there, done everything. The things I would do again, we could easily do in a day.
We could easily do in a day.
And I'm not going back to Babyland. I'm not spending money there again.
You got to see that video.
It is incredible place.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them below and I'll get back to you. And just remember to like our video and subscribe if you can. Here are a few more pictures of Helen, Georgia.